Okay, the following is a video over 12.2 notes. This is about surface area of prisms and cylinders. So what I want to talk about are two different things here, something called surface area and something called lateral area. Lateral area is the area of the surfaces, and that excludes the base. Okay, the bases. All right, so this here, this surface here, and this surface down here are the bases. Okay, and that would be a base as well. Okay, if I had a cylinder, then I have a circular base. This whole area here and this whole area here are the bases. So the lateral area is all of the surfaces, the area of the surfaces excluding the bases. So I have a formula for that. Okay, if I have some sort of prism, whether it's a rectangular prism, a triangular prism, pentagonal prism, whatever it is, the lateral area is equal to the perimeter of the base times the height. So P is equal to the perimeter of the base. Okay, and the height, H, is equal to the height. All right, height of the object. All right, and we'll go over that here in a second. I would put the H here. That's my height. And same thing over here. For a cylinder, the lateral area would just be all of this. Now, one thing that's interesting about this is that for a cylinder, if you were to take this and cut that piece and then unravel it, it would just end up being a rectangle. So we're going to take the width of that rectangle would end up being the circumference of that rectangle. So I'm going to do C times the height. So my lateral area given a cylinder would be the circumference, which would be 2 times pi times r times h. Okay. Now the other thing we want to talk about is actually I want to erase that. Is the surface area. Now the surface area is the area of all surfaces. Area of all surfaces. Okay, so that includes the bases. So this includes the bases. All right, and we have a formula for that. So really what I want to do, if I wanted to find my surface area S, I would just use my lateral area that I know how to find, plus the area of 2 of my bases. Okay, so the area of the base times 2 because I have 2 of them. All right, so that's what I would use here. So really what this ends up becoming is S is equal to P times H plus 2 times B. Okay, and remember B is equal to the area of the base. Okay, so whatever that shape is. If I wanted to find the surface area here, then that would be my surface area would be my lateral area plus the area of 2 times my base. So I have the same thing. But I know that in a cylinder, I know my lateral area is equal to 2 times pi times my radius times my height plus 2 times the area of the bases, which is a circle, and that's just pi r squared. So if you want to remember this, or remember the actual thing, that's up to you, but those are the formulas that we're going to use for lateral and surface area of prisms and cylinders. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to 12.2 notes. I want to find the lateral area first of number 1. Now I'm going to outline my base here. Okay, it's important that we understand what our base is. So my lateral area is equal to the perimeter of the base times the height. Okay, so my lateral area is going to be, the perimeter of a rectangle is 2 times the width plus 2 times the length. And so I get a lateral area of, what do we got here? 16 plus 24. So I'm going to take that perimeter, sorry, and I need to multiply by the height. Now my height is this value 6 here. Let's multiply that by 6. So 16 plus 24 times 6. So then I get my lateral area is equal to 40 times 6. So I get a lateral area of 240 meters squared. Okay. So that's my lateral area. That's the area of this face here, of this front face, this side face, and then this back face. All right. So if I wanted to find my surface area, well, that's just the lateral area plus 2 times the area of the base. Okay. So my surface area, and I already know my lateral area. That's 240. So we don't really need to do any more work. So that's why we find both the lateral area and the surface area, because I have to use the lateral area to find my surface area, and I'm going to do 2 times the area of the base, which is 8 times 12. Okay, so if I simplify this, I end up getting that we get 240 plus 192, and then our surface area is 432 meters squared, and that's my surface area. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do number 2 out of the notes. I want to make sure I hit this is a triangular prism. Okay, I want you to note that my base of this prism is this triangle here. Okay, now what I know is that these 2 sides are congruent. All right, you can go ahead, and I know that this side is 9 centimeters. Okay, now I do want to tell you that my height here is my 12. Okay, so this is a little bit weird because you don't really know what your base is, but that's something that we got to kind of work through. So let's take a look at our lateral area. Now our lateral area is the perimeter of our base, which is 3 times 9 times the height, which is 12. And if I simplify this, I end up getting that my lateral area is equal to 324 centimeters squared. Okay, that's my lateral area. So if I wanted to find my surface area, well, that's just my lateral area plus 2 times the area of my base. Now the area of my base is a triangle with height 7.8 and a base length of 9, so I get my surface area is 324 plus 2, and I'm going to do the formula for the area of a triangle, which is 1/2 the base, which is 9, times the height, which is 7.8. All right, so if I simplify all of this, I get 324 plus 2 times 1/2, those divide out to just 1. So I get 9 times 7.8, which ends up just giving me 70.2. All right, so then my surface area is going to end up giving me 394, make that a little more legible, 394.2, and that's centimeters squared. Okay, so that's the area of all these surfaces on this figure. Okay, I'm just going to do number 3. Number 4 is the same thing. Just for time purposes, I'll let you do number 4 on your own. I'll give you the lateral area and the surface area, and I'll let you kind of solve from there. But what I know about this is that the diameter of this figure is equal to 12 inches. Okay, so if my diameter is 12, and that's the distance from here to here, then my radius is 6 inches. Okay, so if I wanted to find my lateral area, then I would do the circumference times my height. My height is equal to 10. So I would really just do 12, my diameter times pi, which is 12 pi, and then times the height, which is 10. So I would end up getting that this is 12 times 10, which is 120 times pi. That would be your exact answer, but if you wanted to round that to the nearest tenth, then we would end up getting 377 inches squared. Okay. Now, if I found my surface area would be this. I would take the lateral area, which we know which is 377, plus 2 times the area of the base. Okay, so my surface area is equal to 377, because that's my lateral area, plus 2 times the area of the base, which is pi times my radius, which is 6 squared. Okay, and so then I end up getting that 6 squared is 36 plus times 2 is 72. So I get 377 plus 72 pi. And when I evaluate all of that, I end up getting that this is 603.2 inches squared. Okay, so guys, as long as you can identify what your formulas and use your formulas in this, then this is pretty easy. I will go ahead and say that in number 4, your lateral area, you should get 37.7 yards squared. Okay, in your surface area, you should get 94.2 yards squared. Okay, so go ahead and work through those. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please make sure you fill out your notes, and please make sure that you get started on your homework. Okay, thank you very much.